me, you have that multi-hit on your up smash, on your up smash, on that boost kick. Ness can fall right out of it even easier than most characters. So, you know, we might be seeing a little bit of the hashtags coming out for ZSS sucks. As right now, something went wrong with the stage. Maybe they accidentally locked in the Battlefield version.
And I'm just saying, Doorstop SD'd all 3 stocks faster than ATATA did. Take it for what it's worth, but he won that race.
Hey,
I'm saying.
I was gonna say it doesn't count for a game win, but honestly, I think you should get brownie points if you're able to SD faster than your opponent.
Absolutely.
In the misclick. I agree. I agree. I've been saying that for years.
Yep, and small battlefield's going to be our first stage, so maybe just picking the stage so they could talk about characters first and then didn't go back.
Or maybe they just wanted to race.
Maybe.
You ever thought about that? Maybe they just wanted to race.
Possibly. But now they're going to have to try and race to fight Mute Ace and continue their losers bracket run, and after this set, we can only have one.
We may only be able to have one, but this is not Highlander, that's for sure. These two players are scrapping it out here on even ground. Small battlefield, the perfect setting with this scenery, that ruined temple there in the background for this clash of titans here. Two of their scene's best, both making the trip here out to Gateway Legends' first open major and wanting to put on a show, not wanting to go down here, going out at 24th.
Yep, and so we're seeing a good combo and advantage thing, but also just to think about ATATA's Ness, loving those PK magnet confirms and different combos that they allow him. Gonna bounce off the wall, get a second PK Thunder, beautiful angle. If you're a Ness main at this level, you have to have that practice. You can't be messing those up.
And we just saw the double normal F tilt. You don't see that often. It's a pivot cancel too, which is how ZSS is able to slide like that. That's not normal on her F tilt, but because Ness is so floaty, you can go for that normal angle on him and still find the follow-up.
Yep, and we're seeing a drag down up air to put him back into F tilt, get him off stage. We're playing in the face, good grab, and a PK fire. What does he do with it?
Oh no.
The yo-yo one hit, and a ledge trap, and a stock!
Yes sir, walking the dog right there to close it on out. But I mean, I'm just gonna say it. Someone phone Mars right now because that situation only happened because ATATA just full on fell out of the forward air. He just Doorstop drifted backward and the game said no, but covering that plasma whip, closing it out, just beautiful spacing. Doorstop has been so efficient with those today.
Absolutely, and 2 stocks apiece, just exchanging stocks quickly. Big drag down. Oh, and he turned it around.
That was
it.
He turned
Good
it around.
awareness.
He turned it around, but didn't even delay it. That was
with the swiftness.
Bro, I don't know what's in those Skechers, but like they're something special. They're like custom made.
Yep, and it was even stocks, but ATATA has been putting on a clinic for stock too.
Yeah. ATATA has just been so good now at locking down the interior third of this platform. As soon as he moved past it, that's where Doorstop reversed him. And he was able to just limit Doorstop in the corner and put out the wall and just never let him really use his movement. But now, when he goes past that, when he gets too far in, that's where Doorstop is really just finding these reversals and forcing these disadvantage states.
Ooh, and the Zare off the mark, gonna get hit in the head with the Ness neutral air, and that move is jacked.
Great parry there, right? Just to find the way reset the second one for good measure, and then just giving you a hug, saying, "Hey, thanks for the support, thanks for the buttons. I'm gonna just take your stock now."
I just want to shake his hand.
Yeah, what? I'm just trying to give him a hug. What's the problem?
All right, gonna not get ledge invincibility back, but the PK Thunder covering Doorstop, trying to punish that. A big forward air, gonna send off Plasma Whip. Has him off stage, but again, PK Thunder just going to cover that ledge regrab right there.
Yeah, the pressure right now is on Doorstop to find the stock, to close this out because the second ATATA gets the stage control back, you know he's going to rack it on. Once again, Ness falling out. That's exactly what we were talking about before, right? Small and floaty. He's easy to fall out. It's easy for him to fall out of those multi-hits because you can SDI more. Your air drift is just so high. And this is just unfortunate. Doorstop isn't even losing this game to himself right now. He's losing it to his buttons just not fully connecting.
Absolutely. And a big Zare to up air is going to find the stock. Only 51% down. We've seen crazier things happen, right?
We have 50%. You're far from out of this yet. Good stuff from Doorstop to find the extra resources, and the air dodge in once again from Ness covers more horizontal distance than anyone else in the game. His aim is gonna allow him to just find his way through it, keep the pressure on, and he saw Doorstop use those forward tilts. It was like, hey, I can do it too. My legs might be shorter, but I can still do it.
Yeah, and those twinkle toes, the sweet spot on the back, are going to send him pretty far off. A big PK magnet. PK Thunder going to cover. Brings him up top. Do we get the juggle? Yes, we do. Can we find another one?
No, we can't, my friend.
Oh,
but
my
grab
gosh!
once again, just the empty hop land. Doorstop was expecting a lot of things, but certainly not that one. And again, right, Nesses are known. And honestly, ATATA was playing this way too, by constantly pressing buttons. So what did ATATA do as a mix-up? He didn't press a button.
Yeah, and he actually air dodged down, because Ness's double jump goes pretty high. Air dodges down to shorten that, and then hits him with the surprise attack, grabs the shield, and sends him off for a game 1 win.
And that's how you know that he wasn't ready for it. Because when you air dodge down like that, guess what? It puts you in more landing lag than if you didn't do anything. So if he's air dodging down to get back down to the ground faster like he did, then Doorstop had an even bigger window to react, but just didn't because he just wasn't expecting it.
Right, but Ness's double jump being very floaty, needed to get down to the platform as fast as possible.
Absolutely.
And so we're gonna go into a game 2, not switching up characters. We're gonna figure this out here, right?
Doorstop, right, taking us here back to small battlefield. Hoping that his moves maybe can connect a little better this time, or just stay away from the multi-hits entirely. Hey, he was feeling himself there, didn't quite land the mark, my friend, but
yeah, he went for the neck. Well, so we still have a big ledge trap right now. Down tilt, Paralyzer not going to hit the mark. Zare's going to send him off again. He's holding on for dear life. Ness is getting his arm day in because he's pulling up from this ledge, and he keeps getting put back down, and a huge stock.
Doorstop is locked and loaded right now. There was no stopping him there.
No.
The overextension as he tried to continue it, it got him in disadvantage momentarily, but he's picking up right where he left off. There is nothing ATATA can do to get away, but DIing in, somehow surviving. This is absolutely insane. However, ATATA's literally getting one hit, getting reset every single time. Are we going to see a boost kick? Not quite back here for stage control.
This man is cooking right now.
Who is this Doorstop? I've never seen him play like this before. I've cast this man a bunch. I've never seen this man play like this before.
Oh, that was an insane roll read. My man thought he was in his head for a second.
He was in his head. He's just not in his head enough. ZSS once again just not finding the mark. Oh no, not again. What a way to potentially put a stop to all this momentum as ATATA finally finds a confirm and could still somehow take this stock before losing another one. That's insane to think about compared to just moments ago, but there it was.
Yeah, he tried to be reverse plasma whip right there to catch him slipping, but loses his stock, comes down and answers it right back to keep this big lead that he has in game 2.
Mr. Full stock, and at those low to mid percents, that up smash comboing into back air when you find that final hit, just so useful. Well, right, racking on a quick 20, but now it's Doorstop having to play defensive. That momentum that ZSS can find to just push advantage state read after read after read. Went away for a moment, but it's back where from before. Opting for the forward air, there could have been a boost kick there. And that high up, it might have been all she wrote. However, didn't go for it. Looking for the flip kick, and that's going to be a sayonara. See you later.
Oh, no, he's going to make it!
At zero, that's ATATA's opportunity.
A big Zare going to try and send him off the stage. That was an insane. He tried to end it right then and there, put some wind in his sails and really start feeling himself. Not going to get it, but the ledge trap hasn't stopped yet. He respawned and has been ledge trapping ATATA ever since.
Yeah, he literally went for the spike, missed, went off the angel platform, came back and continued the edge guard.
Yeah, and if Doorstop, you can't be kicking yourself over that. You cannot see the finish line yet. You have to focus on the game, because if ATATA starts cooking, it's going to be dangerous for you.
And I mean, those fly magnets were cooking indeed, but Doorstop has just been, his DI mix-ups have been immaculate every single time. ATATA hasn't been able to find combo extensions despite just how well Ness's moves link into each other. However, Doorstop now pressured into the corner. These back airs not finding its mark. Almost any hits going to send this child flying off to the blast zone, but he's managing to just play so efficiently. Only a couple interactions away from taking the game himself. ATATA can still steal this.
Yeah, and this is an edge guard situation. You have to be careful here. Not getting it. Oh, and the up throw is going to seal it quick. A grab and immediately up throws. You don't want to let your opponent get time to DI and know what they're doing, so just throws him immediately, and we're going into a game 3, and that was commanding.
And likely too, right? We saw that start back, go forward, the walk the dog down smash there, meaning that, and he hadn't released it yet, so while he wasn't likely DIing correctly, he wasn't DIing in or out there, he was probably still DIing straight down, which shortens it a little bit, but not enough because he still got sent straight up into the blast zone there. Doorstop answering back thunderously, but almost gave it away. He's got to keep that pressure, keep that aggression, but maintain the reason that he had in game 1.
Yeah.
Because if he's giving away stocks at 0, you're not going to keep sealing out those games. You're going to run out of that luck eventually.
Absolutely, and those games could not have looked different up until the very end. And so game 3, we're going to be going back to the exact same stage again. A lot of this staying on the same stage today. These competitors are not worried about the stage choice, thinking that they can solve matters in their own hands.
No, sir. And I mean, hey, if you like a stage, it's even. The games have all been close, just like these have. Why not stick with it, right? Almost any other stage you're going to go to is just going to have a huge advantage one way or the other. But right now is going to be Doorstop just trying to find Ness, trying to get you, but not able to land its mark, but still keep the ledge trap going, and this could still be it. He's been incredibly efficient here.
Yeah, this has been a very immaculate stock, and this isn't the super aggro first stock that we had saw from last game. It's just taking your hits, taking your stage position, boost kick, not going to seal it, but going to take him from the west coast to the east coast to the blast zone.
And this is exactly what we're talking about, right? That he's playing with the aggression last game, but he's playing more measured. He's playing more patient. He's not trying to force as many interactions, willing to just jump out of these situations. Realize has got the download on ATATA, seeing that in these situations he's always going for these walk the dogs. He's always going for similar routes, and Doorstop is trying to start to get creative and just lock down only those things. It gives ATATA easier room for counterplay, but ATATA's not counterplaying it and is just getting hit for the same stuff over and over right now.
Absolutely. And already lapping him in percent and just putting on so much more. If he can take another stock, he's going to be so poised to take this game.
Yeah, and I think if he gets off to another momentum start like he did last game, he's going to take the stock. I love the attempt at the read there. And pre-nerf, ZSS would have been able to just boost kick you there. It would have been frame 4, but those extra 2 frames mean that Ness can actually get out and get away from you before it finds his mark. The ledge trap going to continue. Can ATATA find his way back to the stage? He does. But the clank on the jab afterwards means that Doorstop's able to get away scot-free without a reversal. This is just still so hard for ATATA to find anything.
Oh, and chasing him up there. The very last hit of the up smash was the only one that mattered. Put him right where he wanted him. And then sending Ness into the top blast zone with an up air. This is a 2-stock lead right now.
And I love the way we're seeing Doorstop too, right? We saw him start to call it Magnet with Zera as well. He's just putting up pressure to any button that at ATATA presses, forcing him to second guess himself. He must be getting nervous here. And now the parries too, it's the offense, the defense. And Doorstop is just plugged right into ATATA's brain. He knows everything he's gonna do.
Yeah, and back throwing him across the entirety of the stage. Not gonna quite kill, gonna live, but the next grab is gonna spell certain death. So Doorstop's gotta be real careful right now.
Looking for this air backer, but the drift back to cover the air dodge was so smart from Doorstop. He did still lose his stock, but you know, he was at 160. He doesn't quite mind. And ATATA having the ability to find the extension, but not able to continue it far enough to get the 0 to death. Still a lot of pressure, but not a lot of damage, only 30%. And on the verge of losing another stock here, avoiding the up air that would have done it, but once again has to get out of the corner.
And ATATA's just, ever since game 1, has just had such trouble starting up the game plan, starting up that pressure, because it feels like every time he gets a hit or two, Doorstop's right back on the offensive. And offensive is that boost kick, taking him off the top of the blast zone, left side of the stage, and that's up 2-1. Doorstop match point.
Well, we discovered something more effective than coffee, and that's adrenaline, because Doorstop went down 1-0 in losers here and just suddenly said, hey, I'm not going to lose. You know, I just don't feel like it today, because he has just suddenly gone into a zen state where he is next level, finding any amount of pressure he wants. He is, every time, it doesn't matter if it's the first time ATATA is pulling out an option or not, Doorstop's ready for it. He can't get away, he can't reset, and when he does, it's only a hit or two. Ooh, and it resets to neutral. He's not even getting to put Doorstop off stage in disadvantage. Did we see, like, honestly, did we see Doorstop get edge guarded once that game?
No.
I think we did off the one walk the dog. Once.
Barely
Literally
at all,
once.
yeah. But how sweaty are Doorstop's hands? My man is trying to drive them to the absolute
Bro,
maximum right now.
To be fair, the way he's he's playing sweaty.
He's cooking.
He is cooking. Like, I would be hot too. Like, he's playing with fire.
It gets heated up in the kitchen, and those hands are sweating right now.
And bro, I mean, he doesn't even have gloves on to protect himself. The thing is, right, he turned down the burner a little bit after that game too, where he almost took it all away, because the important thing when you're cooking is you don't get burned.
Right, and ATATA just in such deep thought right now, trying to dig into the deepest corners of his mind to find answers right now, because that last game was looking out of his control entirely. Thought about Battlefield? Not quite.
Okay,
PS2?
okay.
All right, PS2 is where we're at.
I am interested in PS2 because I think there's benefits here to both characters, right?
Right.
You are gonna live longer. Okay, I was gonna say,
It's like, whoa.
But there's more space to work with, so Ness can play more defensive, but so too is there more space for ZSS to dance around on these higher platforms, right? They force a higher commitment, get away from you. However, ATATA seems prepared for that, as we're seeing early, right? Racking on this early percent and catching out that double jump flip kick to start this whole advantage state.
Right, and so ATATA already starting off a little more aggressive, finding what he needs, but a big grab. Doorstop's going to try and stop this. Down tilt, this is an advantage state. ATATA tries to answer back, but doesn't find it.
Yeah, on PS2, that extra height on the platform does allow you a very, very narrow window to find that ladder right into death. Unfortunately, Doorstop just missing that last one. PK Fire a little too far out for that partial commitment on the forward air to find its mark. Doorstop having to get creative to come back down. So far, ATATA has been locked and loaded on the ground here. I really like what I'm seeing from him on this larger stage. But that time, boost kick will connect. No falling out anymore. ATATA used up that lucky charm, and now it's going to be Doorstop once again finding the first stock, but not a lead for once, stemming the bleeding. ATATA still in this set yet.
Absolutely, and playing this game much more phenomenally. A lot more stage to run around on. Doesn't get cornered as easily because the stage is longer than small Battlefield, but these Zairs are keeping him out right now. That is long.
Another pressure, double up there, finding the back air, lining it up, locked and loaded. Doorstop once again just locking it in. He sees everything that ATATA's gonna do. Like, that was a full-on scramble, and yet he just knew over and over and over.
Absolutely. PK Magnet. Oh, doesn't quite find the grab that he wanted right there. Now, this stock's been slipping away from ATATA, but we'll see if he can pull it together. He's pulling together two forward airs, goes for the kill.
Went for the kill. I mean, he's feeling himself, right? He's got to find something now, especially down to his last stock, potentially of the tournament. He doesn't want to end it here. Are we going to see another Game 5 notch? Can ATATA find a way to bring it back?
Misses the jab block. He would have been able to go for it. He was really trying to start something. Finds an F tilt, a big
That's crazy.
Oh, and he doesn't get anything off of it.
He went for the magnet. He didn't feel fully confident, so he went for the hit in the other direction in case he missed. But if he had just got committed to that down air like he did the first time, it would have closed out the stock. He would have been a last stock situation. Now, though, he still has a ways to go to find this opportunity to bring himself truly back into this one. He needs to close it out. He needs to not go past 100%, because once he does, ZSS is so well into kill percent range that he just doesn't have any margin for error.
Absolutely. And keeping Doorstop in the corner, but Doorstop has a little room for error. ATATA trying to find a PK Fire. Playing a little bit slower, a little bit further away.
Once again,
Doorstop's going to take him off.
Doorstop once again being perfect, calling out those magnets, my friend. But it's gonna not matter in the end. And calling out the peak of the forward air, rising up, drifting out. And it's gonna be Doorstop moving on in losers. Great